National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Big 13. Big 13. Go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On first down, it's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Burrow steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and 1st downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They run forward with Hunt. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the air now with Watson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
throwing the penalty, Chubb. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game two, so I would agree with you totally on that.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, It's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
11 mighty.
To throw again on second down. Burrow under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
He'll look to throw. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Throw left side. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Chubb will get the call running left. And some room to maneuver.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 34. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To try again after the sack. Burrow. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 42 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Burrow looking to pass. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, it would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
Touchdown, Bengals!
Joe Mixon.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, That's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game, and they'll accept that penalty.
Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
And again, it's Chubb. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
That's going to be a long day. Check. Crunch. 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 Watch twins. Watch twins.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper on the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
57's Mike. Mike 56. 59. 26. Wide. Get wide. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 59. 59. 26.
On 1st down, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
57's the mark.
From the 50, it's Watson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now Watson throws another interception. And the
Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Ready?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Flushed out right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Watson off play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Watson. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
This from 44 yards away.
York able to send this one through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Flush to his right. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside. The 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Burrow.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarter.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that flag accepted.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Uses the stiff arm. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Mon.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down, and the Bengals will get the football back. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
From midfield now, Burrow. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They begin this drive with Chubb.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 145 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Mond looks to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Red 38. Switch.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Mon now off of play action.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow dancing to his left. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
On the move past the 40.
Room here to run.
Still going inside the 20.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 164 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Off the play fake, Mond.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw again on second down. Burrow able to find Higgins. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. They're passing here. Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Burrow on play action.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He's got Anderson right side. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Browns drive about to get started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They go play action here. Mon, he'll buy some time right. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Second down, here's Chubb again. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give right side. Felton. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. I'm surprised with a lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
taken from about the 12.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they can't connect, incomplete, but that stops the clock with 1 tick remaining here in this first half.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills.